Tonight, the nation will be closely watching as President Biden delivers his State of the Union address. And joining us now live with the preview is Fox News Sunday anchor Shannon Bream. Shannon, thank you so much for joining us this evening. So what can we expect to hear from President Biden tonight?
Well, Rashi, I was part of a group of journalists who had lunch with him today at the White House, and I think you're going to hear two main prongs. He's going to talk about what he's accomplished. He's going to point to things like the bipartisan infrastructure bill, talk about how it's made changes to roads and bridges and practical things in people's community that they'll be able to relate to. He'll talk about what he's gotten done and how maybe the polls aren't accurately, I think, reflecting that he doesn't feel like he's getting the accurate credit for those. But I also think that we should expect campaign mode tonight. I think he is very much ready to now say officially he's head-to-head. The general election is on with former President Trump. So I think you'll hear some policy, but you're also going to hear politics. And I think, of course, a lot of folks will be looking beyond the substance to the form of how he is tonight. Does he seem energetic? Does he seem ready for another 4 years of this?
Well, how consequential is this for his reelection, considering his low numbers when it comes to record low numbers? And also, how do you think his speech will be used as a launching pad for his rematch with Donald Trump?
Yeah, I do think it's going to set him up to now in the next few days get out there, go to critical swing states, places like Georgia and other places where he has to make the case to folks. So I think tonight will set up that sort of a relaunch, a new opening argument to the general election itself, the longest one that we're going to have in recent memory with the GOP primary over at this point. So I think he's going to want to talk about the things that are not polling well, to say, like, you guys are missing it. There are good things with the economy, for example, where people tell us in all the recent polling they don't feel it yet in their homes and their own wallets. But I think I can see him saying, listen, unemployment's down, GDP is up, things are better, and I promise you, if you give me another 4 years, they'll only continue in the right direction.
Well, Shannon, I know that Alabama freshman Senator Katie Britt will be giving the GOP response tonight. So right after President Biden's speech, what do you think we can expect from her, and why do you think she was picked for that job?
Gosh, the youngest female senator ever elected. She's got young kids. She's a history maker in a lot of ways, but I think that Republicans really want to demonstrate a contrast to the seasoned statesman, you know, now in his 80s, questions about his acuity and whether he's ready to go another 4 years with this young working mom. Republicans know they have ground to make up with suburban women. They know the issue of abortion and IVF, that controversial case out of her state, Senator Britt's home state of Alabama. I would expect her to address some of those things tonight. So I think Republicans feel like she will be able to take on some of their thorniest issues and provide a real contrast to the current president.
All right, Shannon Bream joining us live. Thank you so much for your insight.
Good to see you.
All right, and we want to remind you that our State of the Union coverage begins tonight at 8 right here on Fox 26.